In an interview with the gaming website GameSpot Brazil, Hidetaka Miyazaki shares his favourite From Software title to date and a few tidbits about what made it such an iconic title. Fans are always eager to find out if Bloodborne 2 would be on the horizon. Passion for Bloodborne is very much alive and well, not just through its fans, but also its director Hidetaka Miyazaki. However, Miyazaki has still not given a definite answer on a sequel. When asked about if there were any improvements he'd have wanted to make with Bloodborne, Miyazaki mentions in the interview the Chalice Dungeons and the Blood Gems, as he wanted them to be more detailed, plus he still sees the possibility of adding more to it. When asked if this could be in the sequel, but Miyazaki replies, Bloodborne 2 unfortunately is not up to me, but Bloodborne still remains a project close to his heart. It has been a minute since we've seen much from the action RPG Lost Soul Aside. The title received a trailer during China Joy 2018 and last we heard was in steady development. The developer Ulti-Zero Games has released a new piece of artwork featuring a rocky environment, a lone figure standing amidst a thunderstorm. The image shared via the official Twitter account was also accompanied by a quick statement saying that the development team are hard at work and that it was too soon to share more information. There is, dare I say, a dragon-like creature accompanying in the image, which could be what the evil mistress in the last trailer might have been referring to. Previous footage showed a promising fast-paced hack-and-slash title with a mix of Devil May Cry and Nier Automata vibes. Lost Soul Aside is set to release on PlayStation 4 with no release window announced as of yet. Developer CD Projekt Red shares that the upcoming sci-fi title Cyberpunk 2077 most likely won't be coming to the Switch, according to an interview with GameSpot. In an interview with CD Projekt Red's John Mamus, he shared that while the team at one point didn't think The Witcher 3 would be possible on the Switch, having Cyberpunk 2077 follow in its footsteps was highly unlikely. The Switcher released this week, which is quite a milestone in terms of what can be ported to the device. As for Cyberpunk 2077, Mamus says, who knows, which you could take as a small spark of hope. The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt releases on October 15th on the Nintendo Switch. Cyberpunk 2077 will be releasing on April 16th, 2020 for Google Stadia, PC, PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. Developer Larian Studios officially announces that the new project Divinity Fallen Heroes, which was due out next month, is on hold indefinitely. Divinity Fallen Heroes was the next upcoming game to be released by the Divinity Original Sin 2 developer Larian Studios. The title was a collaboration with Danish studio Logic Artists, known for their tactical turn-based expedition series. In the statement released by Larian, the game will not be launching next month, and it seems the project has come to a halt due to lack of development time and resources. For now, it looks like Logic Artists and Larian will be going their separate ways, as Logic will continue to work on expedition games, while Larian will focus their main efforts on Baldur's Gate 3. Google Stadia has already received a release window for November 2019, but through Google's Phil Harrison at a Google event this week, it gets an official release date of November 19th. Those who bought the Founders Edition for $130 will be the first to get their hands on Stadia. A number of details has been released prior to the news about pricing, game variety, and a number of titles which will be available upon launch. Game titles coming to Stadia will include Cyberpunk 2077 when it releases next year in April 2020, Baldur's Gate 3, Darksiders Genesis, Borderlands 3, and more. Rockstar have also stated that Red Dead Redemption 2 will be available on Stadia at launch, which is also coming to PC as well. Publisher Enmass Entertainment and developer Bonus XP have released a new trailer for the Dark Crystal Age of Resistance Tactics, a strategy RPG. If you were thinking the Dark Crystal could make an interesting game, well, you're not alone, as developer Bonus XP has done just that. A new trailer has released featuring a strategy RPG surrounding heroes Rian, Brer, and the lovable podling Hup. Bonus XP are the same developers behind the Stranger Things game. The universe of the Dark Crystal is, well, pretty dark, and recent Netflix prequel set 100 years before the events in the movie has shared a new story about the clans. It looks like the game follows the same struggles of the Gelfling clans in this game adaptation. Players can expect upgradable abilities, customizable units, and an expansive job system. The Dark Crystal Age of Resistance Tactics will be coming to the Nintendo Switch, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, PC, and Mac this winter 2019. Developer Hardsuit Labs releases a statement sharing the news that the Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2 will be delayed until later in 2020. The sequel was meant to launch early 2020, but a statement released by the developer Hardsuit Labs, Andy Kipling and Brian Mitsoda, explains it is to avoid the issue that the first game had, which was being famously launched too early. Delaying the sequel will give them time to polish Bloodlines 2 and avoid the technical issues that came with the prequel. If you're curious to learn about Bloodlines 2, you can check out our preview, Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2 previews, Spectral Street Cred in Seattle. Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2 is now set to release on PC via Paradox Store, Steam, GOG, Epic, as well as PlayStation 4 and Xbox One sometime later in 2020. Koei Tecmo revealed new screenshots revealing Yoshimoto Imagawa and returning character Nohime. In the latest issue of Famitsu, Koei Tecmo have revealed some new info about Nioh II. The most noteworthy reveals include two characters, one being Yoshimoto Imagawa, who is voiced by Ryze Nakao. He was a feudal lord who was a ruler of Tokaido. He's pretty handy with a bow and arrow, but also is quite the swordsman, using a two-sword attack. The second character to be shown is Yuki Ono, or the incarnation of Nohime, who previously had a role in the first Nioh, and is voiced by Rie Tadaka. Defeating the military commander or an enemy that possesses a guardian spirit means you'll be able to invoke it. There were also a number of screenshots released featuring these two characters, as well as some of the action shots and even the majestic white elephant belonging to the commander, which can call upon lightning strikes. Nioh 2 will release on PlayStation 4 in early 2020, but an open beta will take place from November 1st until November 10th, 2019. Obsidian Entertainment have revealed the first update for the upcoming The Outer Worlds will be a hefty one. The developer has announced to the community the times for launch depending on region and the sizes for the first update players can expect depending on their platform. Those on Xbox One will receive an update which is around 38GB, while PlayStation 4 players can expect a download size of around 18GB. Those who purchase the titles digitally will receive the update as part of the preload. To know the exact time for when you can start playing The Outer Worlds in your region, you can check out the news article on Fextralife. The Outer Worlds will arrive on PlayStation 4, Xbox One and PC on October 25, 2019. The Switch version will arrive later, which has yet to be announced exactly when. Well, that's it for the Week in the Wikis. Please join us again next week for yet another great week of gaming. Remember to check out our VIP program for some exclusive supporter benefits. And budding writers should take advantage of our Become an Author initiative. Thanks again for being part of this great community. Keep checking in with us with news, reviews, YouTube streams and vids, and general wiki goodness.